Hello, my lovely besties. Today we are going to be doing a bicep and tricep workout. We're going to be starting off with our warm-up, which we are going to do 2 rounds of. We're going to start with cat-cow poses. We're going to do 5 reps, which you can see me doing here. And I really just like doing these really slow and just breathing through them. Next is the thread the needle stretch. We're going to do this for about 10 seconds each side. I tend to go a little bit longer just because I really want to feel that stretch in my back. And then we're going to move into downward dog into cobra pose, which you see here. This is cobra and that is downward dog. And I kind of like just stretching side to side and making sure I'm really just getting that full range of stretch for my back, especially my lower back. And then we are going to move into resistant band around the world. We are going to do 10 reps, and I just like going from the right to the left and then just very neutral in the middle. And mind you, we are going to do 2 rounds of that. I only show myself doing 1 round. And then we are going to go into our first superset. So a superset is an exercise that is performed one after the other without rest in between. But after the second rest, there will be a rest period between the 2 sets. So we're starting with dumbbell alternating hammer curls. I did 3 sets of these and 10 reps, but it's 10 reps each arm, not 10 reps in total. And then right after you're done with that superset, or right after you're done with those hammer curls, you're going to go straight into alternating dumbbell bicep curls, which you can see me doing here. And we're going to do 10 reps at 3 sets. So that's what's going on here. And I believe I recorded all 3 of my sets. So while we could see me doing that, I want to give you guys an update on how medical school applications are going. So I am largely in the waiting period right now for medical school applications. Here we go. Here's set 2 of the superset. And I actually had 2 interviews for 2 schools, which is very exciting because for those of you guys that don't know, this is actually my 2nd time applying to medical school. First round the first time I applied, didn't go so well for me. I applied to about 20 schools and I sent in a lot of secondaries for those schools, but I did not, unfortunately, get interviews for any of the schools I applied to. Now, this second round, I retook the MCAT, and it was my 3rd time taking the MCAT, which I just feel like is such a tough test, and I definitely improved, which was really, really good, which I feel so proud of. I ended up getting 2 interviews, which is very exciting. I got 2 interviews. Okay, this is the 3rd superset. And I got 2 interviews and I'm very excited, but now I am in the waiting period for these interviews, meaning my interviews are done and now I just have to wait and see if one of the schools wants to accept me into their program, which I really hope they do. And I'm really excited. I think the 2 schools that I interview with really align well with my reason why for wanting to go into medical school. So I feel very optimistic that hopefully I will get an acceptance. I interviewed in early October, or was it late September? I interviewed about a month ago, and now I have to wait to see how those interviews went. For one of the schools, I applied to 2 of their programs, and their general MD program will let me know November 15th, which is exciting because that's in 11 days. So after that superset, we are going to go into another superset where we're doing cable single arm tricep extensions, which you can see me doing here. And what you really want to try and focus on is trying to keep your elbow on at your side. You don't want your elbow lifting up and down. You want to try to keep it on your side as much as possible, and you want to try to keep it as stable as possible. After the single arm tricep extensions, which you're doing 10 reps each side and we're doing 3 sets, we're going to go into cable rope bicep curls, which you see here. And again, I feel like this first set I wasn't doing the best at keeping my elbow stable, but you want to try and keep your elbow as stable as possible when doing these exercises, just to make sure that you're really focusing on your working muscle here, which would be your bicep and your tricep. See here, we kind of want to keep that elbow as stationary as possible, which I feel like I do a better job at. I do a better job at not moving my elbow so much the second set, the second and third sets. I think it's so crazy how when you do legs, you could literally leg press, or like I could leg press literally 2 times my weight, up to 300 pounds. But when I do these isolated moves for my arms, targeting my bicep and my tricep, it's like I can't go any higher than 13 pounds, which is just really funny because I just feel like I'm so strong, my lower body's so strong, and then my upper body is not as strong. See, I definitely feel like here I probably could have went lower in weight because my elbow is moving a little bit too much for my liking, which is really exciting and kind of cool that you could look back at your form and really make the adjustments necessary to make sure that you get minimal injury, which I feel like my tricep pull downs I feel are pretty good. I definitely shouldn't be going up in weight, but I think, yeah, this weight is a good weight for my working tricep. Anywho, let me go back to talking to you about med school apps. So the soonest I could find out about one of the schools is November 15th, which is really exciting. But the issue with that is I applied to 2 of their programs. So another program that I applied to in the same school won't be letting people know about their acceptances until January 13th. So if I got accepted into that program, I wouldn't be getting notified November 15th. And I'm like, January is so far away. January 13th, that's the day before my birthday. My birthday's on the 14th. And then the other school, I was able to get in contact with some students that are currently at school there, and they told me when they got their acceptances a year or 2 years ago, they were notified in late February, early March. So that would literally be 5 to 6 months after I interviewed, which is insane. But fingers crossed it goes well. So after the 2 supersets, I did 30 minutes of walking the Stairmaster, which was pretty intense, but I'm getting way better at my cardio, and I think I'm just overall getting better with my endurance, which is really good. So I did the Stairmaster for 30 minutes. I do it pretty low. I do it on level 4, like 3, 4, or 5. I try to transition between those levels to make it a little harder on myself and to make sure I really am pushing myself. But usually when I walk the Stairmaster, I just watch like one of my favorite shows, or I'm on TikTok, or I'm trying to edit like a short or a reel for YouTube and Instagram. But that's the workout. If you watched this far, please comment down below your favorite emojis so I know that you're a real one. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody. It goes a long way. I have a goal of trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm at 131 right now. So fingers crossed I could do it. I'm going to try so hard to stay committed and put all my time into this. Anyways, okay, love you. Kisses. Bye.